Yo, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's your boy Pino. Got a quick video for round 8, plus we're going to add round 9. Round 8, I only had one fight, and then I was pre-fight bitch with Wags and Mr. Fantastic. Hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. First time I've had this happened to me in one fight war. I don't know how long and how many seasons, probably ever, but I wasn't complaining too much. Interesting video. I watched KT1's video on using Havoc against his ABM on One Eye Open. Now, the key here is it's when he throws a heavy, counter his heavy, one dex, throw the heavy, and the feedback kind of cancels out the regen and gets him out of that form as well, right? On the SP1, you can counter that too. It's 2 dexes, and then when he does the shoulder rush, you dex one time, throw the heavy. The spacing for the SP1, you got to kind of have your spacing down and comfortable with it to do it. Boom, there it is. That's how you do the SP1. Sometimes you only got to do 1 dex. Sometimes you got to do 2 dexes. But when the shoulder rush comes, you got to have that down. You saw there, I had the invulnerability boost on. I ate it. Again, I probably dueled like 20 times. And I look, it's first time ever doing this in a war on One Eye Open. I can't parry and hit him, so got to try to keep spacing it in, wait out, bleed. Even though if I do hit him, I get those plasma debuffs, which are good. And you see it. I got a rank 4 Sig 200. And so I get a passive power gain that just, you don't really pay attention to it, but it kind of gets on there. When shock starts out, when the fight starts, I want to hit him as many times and like supercharge my plasma debuffs to get that big detonation is basically what happens. SP3, he's done. I'm sure a rank 3 Sig 200 would do the same. Might not do the big numbers that I'm doing, but it would be the same. Anyway, let's get into round 9. Round 9, I'm going to run 3 big boys, all rank 4s, all Sig 200s. I'll be honest, this round, one thing I noticed, rank 3 attackers, man, against some of the defenders that are rank 5s, they're just mediocre now. You can tell with the right mix of nodes and depending on where they're placed, that health pull is just oof. Anyway, I thought that this round was going to be a pretty easy round for me. I end up crossing, I take path 8, and then I cross the path 9. We knew we was going to have to split 9. Most of the planners in tier 1, and you know, we fell to tier 2 this round. Had to win. But they've caught on and they plan smart, and usually you got to swap up path 9, man. Not one player can run 9 like they used to, and that's not a big deal. I think I've ran path 9 majority of the season, at least one of the 2 sections. First fight up is this Ebony Maw, fucking Squidward. I play Overseer. If you follow the channel, you know I'm going to play it slow and steady. And what I like to do is make sure I pay attention to that focus timer and knock it off so I can punish. The other thing is it's when he throws heavies, he throws the SP1s. I like to do that retaliation damage when I can, especially when it prompts, and get that big burst of physical burst damage. And you're going to see here, look, retaliation's up, smacking them. I do medium light. Sometimes I just do one medium. Sometimes I'll go medium, light, medium. And if I'm really chasing power, I'll do a full combo. But just right there, look at his health. And that's just with retaliation. He's at 50% with just retaliation, a couple basic hits, and a few heavies to keep that focused off. All right. Now I've got 5 gamma. I'm about to be at 6, and it's just going to be overkill here. If spacing was too far, Overseer's a little slow. That's why I didn't dash in. But I'm going to throw that SP2 now, and we're going to go in for the kill. Trigger Cosmic Mode. He's going to fire his SP2. And again, spacing was too far. I learned that lesson a long time ago, not to rush. And yeah, this fight he's take a dirt nap. It's over. All right, so pretty confident right now. We need to win this round. There was a lot of pressure on me by the time I entered war and started taking fights. I was already in like a 5-hour cool-off period when I started this, and I'll talk about that. Anyway, this is Domino, round 7? I took a Domino on path 2, section 2 on that shock. If you know that node, when you buff and you get the placebos, after so many, you'll get this crazy shock. It's a good Havoc counter to use there, but not if Domino's there. You could do it with Havoc, but I wouldn't. Look, rank 4, SIG 200. Pop your PS1, your big tech boost on, and this is a simple fight. Parry, medium, light, medium, parry, medium, parry, medium, parry, medium, light, 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 light to switch protocol, fire SP2. Now, remember when I said I had to cool off? You see there, I start out, I don't even know how she just caught me slipping, but my head wasn't in this game. It wasn't in the game, and I thought that I had got my cool when I took this fight. But I mean, it's impossible to die with Nimrod against a fucking mutant unless it's Bishop, in my opinion. That's just me. If you fucking die, you should fucking probably not play the game anymore. Okay, now prior to this fight, we were up in deaths big time. I think we were like down 6 deaths, and I was pretty irritated. Or no, 5 deaths. And we were only like 20-something fights into this. And we need to win this war. That's what carried over. That's what's in my head. These are fights that I have taken, maybe not the same nodes or whatnot, but I know how to play this. I'm one of the planners. I drafted up my own fight strategy. I don't want to parry. I don't want to get them to SP3 because of a parry stun. And try not to get cornered. All right, that's the game plan. If you can do the retaliation damage with the burst damage from the retaliation when you hit, you want to do that and, kind of keep in control. Now, the fight starts out kind of what I expected, and then I'm going to tell you where it doesn't go as expected. Because right now, I'm still in an expected spot just because of his SP1. There's not a whole lot you can do when he turns into like a roly-poly and starts fucking rolling. All right, I'm winning the health race right now, but you're about to see where things are going to go bad. He throws the SP2. I parried. And I'm like, okay, he the power wasn't bad. And then I was wrong. All right. The other thing to this is it's the power gain that he's getting is getting ridiculous, right? Because he gets debuffs. His power gain. All right, so I couldn't really get a window to get where I wanted to be. Now, if you throw the physical vulnerability plus his own self poisons, and I threw that SP3 because I really had to because of spacing, and then I was hoping, I don't know what the fuck I was hoping, but I was hoping he wouldn't get to the SP3. He does. That acid burn just, once he threw it, I was dead. There was no dancing. You was just going to die from acid burn. And plus he's going to be unblockable. Unblockable is one thing to deal with, but you can't deal with the acid burn. All right. So after being a human punching bag for fucking IA bomb, 300 units sunk. It's not really a big deal for a guy like me. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, I don't really care too much about units when it's war season, in season. I do what I have to do, big boy boost, whatever it is that you got to do. And look, I just played really bad there. I was a little frustrated with logging into the game, and we weren't too far into the round. And I should have took a chill pill longer and cleared my head. It happens to the best of us. That shit won't happen again, I tell you that. First death of the season for me was right there. And the first death of the BG was right there. And, yeah. And then I added one on the total. So, yeah, it sucked. In this round, like I said, we have to win this round. We have to win this round. All right, so now I've got this ABM after dropping my first one of the season. And as you saw in the first video, look, I want to try to do the same concept. This time I started with a PS1 just because I know that the SP3 would just nuke them. And if I did get hit or I got in some kind of weird trouble, just fire the SP3, I'd have it. So again, it's counter the heavy, throw the SP1, counter, and I had the space in there, but I didn't feel comfortable, and I probably should have threw it to save me some spacing. I don't. And again, even in the corner, I could have threw it, but then finally I throw it. All right, get them out with the feedback. And you see the damage. Look at this. Whoo, 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 that was nasty, man. ABM is for real. But so is a Rank 4 Sig 200 Havoc, which I'm just going to nuke the shit out of them. That was the end of that fight. I'm going to have to heal up because I like fucking getting punched in the face for some reason or taking block damage. I'm just joking. That's just the way this round went. Now this Magneto fight, again, there's really nothing special about it. It's got nerves of steel where you got to hit the block to remove the armor. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that at all. If it's shock bleed. The shocks are going to feed my plasma debuffs. They're going to super nuke, super power these fucking plasma debuffs. Stay away from the heavy. Don't try to counter on his heavy because he's going to be unstoppable. Take advantage of the shock window to stack as many of those plasma debuffs. And you see it, man. Watch this damage. I mean, I go all the way to the end of the timer. Look at this. Look how much health he's lost. All I did was a few basic hits. I mean, look at I started with a PS1 carried over, then the damage, and then plus Havoc gets a passive power gain that a lot of people overlook. And SP3, bitch. Take that dirt nap. God, that SP3 is so nasty in this game. So nasty. All right, so conclusion of this round, fucking we won. We got our tier 1 multiplier back. Is 3220 for that GWS. You guys fucking suck and you cheated and you modded and we still beat you. That's all there is to it. If you know someone in there, sorry, you ain't got to like me. I ain't asking you to have a Coke and a smile with me, but they straight cheated. They know it. We called them out. They even admitted it to an extent. But if you go to the guy's YouTube channel, he did. Look. Please like the video. If you do, leave comments. Subscribe if you ain't. All I can say is this. Till next time, deuces. Big shout out to all the fellas in HCMA for, hey, man, we had a rough start in this round, but we stuck through it and we got that W. Deuces.